Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have a fascinating story from the world of comedy and politics. You might have heard the buzz. Saturday Night Live reportedly rejected Zohran Mamdani, the New York City mayor, for an appearance on the iconic sketch comedy show. But what exactly happened? And why did SNL pass on him? Let's dive deep. Saturday Night Live, or SNL, has been a cornerstone of American comedy since 1975. From political satire to celebrity impersonations, the show has launched countless careers and created iconic moments in television history. Its sketches often blend humor with commentary on current events, politics, and pop culture. And naturally, when a political figure like Zohran Mamdani rises to prominence, many fans start wondering, will he appear on SNL? Zohran Mamdani made headlines in New York City when he became one of the youngest and most talked about mayors. Known for his progressive policies and charismatic personality, he quickly became a media favorite. So, when rumors circulated that SNL might feature him, expectations were high. According to multiple sources, a pitch was made to SNL to feature Zohran Mamdani on the show. The idea was that he would appear as himself in a segment or sketch. But surprisingly, the producers decided not to bring him on. So why did SNL reject him? Sources suggest that creative decisions were the key factor. The show's legendary creator, Lorne Michaels, reportedly opted to use professional comedians to portray Mamdani, rather than inviting him to perform. The reasoning? SNL often prioritizes comedic timing, scripted sketches, and performances that work in a studio environment, not necessarily live political figures. In fact, in a sketch back in November 2025, comedian Ramy Youssef portrayed Mamdani in a parody of a New York City mayoral debate. Other actors played Andrew Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa, creating a humorous and satirical take on city politics. Mamdani, for his part, took it in good spirits. He even shared clips of himself laughing with Youssef over FaceTime after the sketch aired. This shows a lot about Mamdani's personality: approachable, humorous, and not afraid of self-parody. While some politicians might shy away from being impersonated, Mamdani embraced it, turning the situation into a lighthearted moment for his supporters and the public. Despite the rejection, this incident raises interesting questions about the intersection of politics and comedy. SNL has a long history of featuring political figures, from former presidents like Jimmy Carter and Barack Obama to local politicians who gained national attention. So why pass on a sitting NYC mayor like Mamdani? The decision seems to be purely creative. SNL has a reputation for selecting personalities who fit its comedic style. Sometimes, even prominent figures are turned down if producers feel their presence might not translate well into a sketch. This doesn't reflect on Mamdani's popularity. It's about ensuring the show's humor lands effectively with a live audience. Interestingly, this isn't the first time SNL has used a comedian to portray a public figure instead of inviting them on. Many sketches feature impersonations by trained comedians, often creating more flexibility for writers to exaggerate, satirize, or craft humorous scenarios that real-life politicians might find difficult to perform. After the rejection, SNL hasn't pitched another appearance to Mamdani. But reports indicate that the door isn't closed permanently. It's possible that, in the future, the show might invite him for a cameo or sketch, especially if new events put him in the national spotlight. This story also highlights the influence of comedy on politics. Shows like SNL shape public perception, sometimes even more than news outlets. A well-placed sketch can define a politician in the eyes of millions. For Zohran Mamdani, being portrayed by a comedian might even be more impactful than a guest appearance, as it allows writers to craft a version of him that resonates widely with audiences. Think about it. Tina Fey's portrayal of Sarah Palin became an iconic cultural moment. Similarly, Kate McKinnon's Hillary Clinton sketches reached millions of viewers and are still remembered years later. In many ways, being impersonated by SNL comedians can elevate a politician's public profile even more than showing up personally. So while Zohran Mamdani wasn't invited to perform, his presence on the show through Ramy Youssef's impersonation still reached a wide audience, combining politics with comedy in the signature SNL style. To wrap up, SNL's rejection of Zohran Mamdani isn't a snub, it's a creative choice. The show has a long history of prioritizing comedy and timing over direct appearances, even for high-profile politicians. Mamdani's reaction, full of humor and grace, shows his understanding of the power of comedy in media. And who knows? Maybe one day he'll appear in person, but until then, SNL audiences will continue enjoying the comedic interpretations of their favorite political figures. If you enjoyed this video and want more updates on entertainment, politics, and viral stories, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Zohran Mamdani should appear on SNL? Or are comedian portrayals better? Let us know.